What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to talk about a stock that I'm going to be watching close because tomorrow there's a big event with this stock going on. It's one of my favorite stocks. I've talked about it before here. I know you guys love it too. It's Eyeless, and we're going to talk about the big event coming this week leading into next week and why I'm watching Eyeless close. I continue to accumulate shares, so full disclosure, I do own this stock. I have for a long time, and I don't plan on selling it for a long time either. That being said, remember, we talk about stocks. It's not financial advice. The market is an incredibly risky and, in my opinion, corrupt place. So there's a lot of risk associated. Do your own research. Nobody makes you hit the buy or sell button. Only you do. Okay? Remember that. Don't ever blame a YouTuber or a Twitter guy or a guy you're in their Discord or whoever. You hit the button, you do the research, nobody else. That being said, let's get into this. So why am I excited about Eyeless this week? Why am I doing a late night thoughts video here at 2:23 in the morning? Well, we have a big event coming tomorrow. We're going to talk about it right here. Eyeless has been invited for an interview on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, and I'm going to explain why I think this is big. Let's read it first. So for those that don't know, Eyeless is a merger and acquisition company, right? They're always scooping up new companies and growing out, right? They're an acquisition company and mergers. They're always pulling more companies in, and they're focused on acquiring and growing companies in public safety, industrial, defense, and renewable sectors. The uplist discussions for Eyeless subsidiaries and the company proper, so for Eyeless itself also, has piqued Wall Street's interest and paved the way for an invitation to interview on the New York Stock Exchange floor. This is great news for Eyeless. The New York Stock Exchange floor interview date is set for June 15th, so that's tomorrow. Okay, it's super early in the morning right now on Wednesday. It's 2:25. All right, the interview will be released the following week, or actually might be 2 weeks, June 26th, whatever, the end of the month. Some of the topics to be discussed during the interview is Quality Industrial Corp, that's their subsidiary, QIND, New York Stock Exchange uplist status and benefit to Eyeless shareholders, and the corporate bottom line. Let me cut in here. A lot of people have been questioning, myself included, hey, why didn't I just invest in QIND? Why am I investing in Eyeless? So I'm hoping some of these questions are going to be answered here. It is all under the Eyeless umbrella, right? For lack of a better analogy, I know this is... This company is ridiculous, but Berkshire Hathaway has tons of companies and subsidiaries that are on the stock exchange too, but it's all under the Berkshire umbrella, and you see how high that stock can get. And I'm not saying Eyeless can do anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But the point is it's a conglomerate, right? Eyeless is going to be the center, and it's going to have multiple companies uplisting. And eventually, hopefully, and I think it will, Eyeless will uplist also. That's my opinion, not financial advice. Do your own research. Remember, nothing is financial advice. Okay. The second thing here, Eyeless International QB status and uplist to a national exchange. Current and future acquisitions, subsidiaries, and investment plans. So that's three big things to talk about. And I'm going to tell you why I think this is such a big thing right after I read these two things here. So J.P. Backwell, Eyeless Managing Director, will be representing Eyeless on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Mr. Backwell has 25 years experience in the development and leadership of global businesses, predominantly in the fields of public safety, manufacturing, and distribution, with a focus on disruptive technology. Quote, "Our rapid and sustainable growth, global reach, and corporate roadmap have brought the Eyeless family of companies to this juncture." So this point in time here, right? "We look forward to expanding the marketplace's understanding of Eyeless International, and I can't think of anyone better than J.P. Backwell to bring this corporate knowledge to the investors on the New York Stock Exchange floor," commented Eyeless CEO Nick Link. Now here's why I think this is big. And this is going to be a short video. It's not long, 4 or 5 minute video here. I just think everybody should be keeping an eye. Listen, there's an opportunity to play a catalyst here too, right? Depending on what's said. There could be a little run, might not be. Who knows? I'm just saying, keep your eye on this. All right? I'm long on Eyeless. I'm not playing Eyeless. I just keep squirreling money in like it's an IRA, So why I think this is big is because this is going to open new investors to Eyeless, right? Open up new investors to Eyeless that have never seen Eyeless before. That, you know, a lot of investors, especially in the New York Stock Exchange, don't do OTC markets. They want nothing to do with companies that are not on the big board, you know, big board exchanges. So this is huge. And if they talk about how they're going to be on the big board soon, how they're going to get on the NASDAQ, etc., this is big. This could bring new investors in, new capital to expand the company. This is exciting stuff. Pretty awesome news here to see Eyeless getting an interview on the stock exchange floor in the New York Stock Exchange. This is what we want to see. Now, I'll be looking for leaks. I'll be looking for people talking about what was said during these interviews, right? During this interview, in that time leading up to the 26th. So I'm going to be watching Eyeless real close from the 15th really into July. I'm going to really be watching it close, because if some good things are said and some positive things said, this could be a springboard here. Again, not financial advice. I'm long 7 to 10 years on this thing, so it don't really matter. Realistically, I want it to stay low as long as I can, well, so I can still squirrel some money into it, realistically. But I think this thing is due to shoot off at any time, especially when interest rates start coming down and more money flows into the OTC. You're going to see stocks that have been really pummeled, that are good companies, like I believe Eyeless is, start to take off. Because right now we're still pretty risk off. Yes, if you look at the SPY and you look at the NASDAQ, yeah, they're going up, right? They're actually getting close to getting up there, right? I mean, all-time highs are not that far away all of a sudden, right? But if you really look close, it's really 10 companies that are driving that growth. Just the 10 biggest, you know, NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, etc., Google, AMD, like a bunch of like main companies are driving that growth. A lot of the small cap and medium cap, small cap, and micro cap are just, they haven't seen any influx yet, right? They're still very risk off. I guess you could say medium cap is starting to come alive. You got your Palantir, your SoFi starting to pop, right? So the medium cap. So we have the big caps are popping. The medium caps are starting to get active. We have not seen the small caps really get going yet, or the micro caps. And when I mean get going, I don't mean like a one-day run. They pop up, they come back down. It's not what I'm talking about, like multi-day runners on the small caps, where you start to see shorts close out over a long period of time, and you get that nice, you know, increase over a couple of weeks, couple months periods. We have not seen any of that yet in the small and micro cap. And I think when interest rates start to get cut, we're going to start to see that. I think we have a good chance for a pause tomorrow. That's going to be good news for the first time not getting a hike in, 18 months or so. So let's keep our eyes open here. Let's keep our eyes on Eyeless, lots of other stocks too. Guys, good luck out there. Nothing was financial advice. God bless you. I'll catch you in the next one.